Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt, and we have multiple strategies for taking down Leshir today. We're going to hop right into that, but first, if you'd please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. You can also check out the command table Discord. The link will be in the description of this video. So scroll down and join up with us there. We often find ways to reduce the number of elixirs or keys that we have to use to get a boss down. And if you want to jumpstart on the boss before I make my video, you can always check to see there to see what people are contributing. So do join up. So let's go ahead and hop in. These are the contributions so far from today. Enifant has an SR15 1 elixir build. Let's see. Okay, that is right off the start there. Let's go right back in there. Okay, 3 Crystal Spires, a Battle Drummer, Reno, Stormcaller, and a Soul Pylon. And I believe he had some Assassins in the beginning as well. But we can scroll back and double check that in just a second. We'll show him getting the heart here. So there he goes. Now let's back up. Yep, Assassins. He had Assassins on the top, Assassins on the bottom. Pretty standard. And it worked very well to take down the boss. So very well done. He's using just the 1 elixir of accuracy, and he's got Standard of the Ancient Defender, Ring, and he was using, I think he was using the Eyes of the Ancient one. Let's just double check that. Yeah, Eyes of the Ancient one. Okay, so let's see. He also submitted an SR11 build, and this is No-elixir Titan setup. Again, notice that there were Assassins in the back. The video starts very quickly, so you don't always get to see what's happening there in the beginning. But looks like Paladin, Drummer, Eternal Champions, Monster Hunter. There was a bomb bot up top that took out that Lifestone, and then the Assassins in the back to take out those. And then it's clear sailing. Of course, he might lose an EC here. Maybe not. No, looks like he's going to tough it out. Oh, there it went. So yeah, very, very nice. I like it. Okay, let's go ahead and pop over to see. Okay, Randu had a ranged build that he contributed. Very high unit levels on this one. I think, does he have 3 Renos, or did he put clone on something? Well, scroll back and check that out in just a second. But again, like most of the builds, you have Assassins in the back to take out the stuff back there. And then the Renos just shred through them. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Okay, so there's the heart, but let's scroll back and take a peek. Okay, yes, it does look like it's a cloned Reno. So there it goes. It's going to split that top one. There it goes. Okay, so there's a possibility for those of you that have the unit levels and artifact levels to do it. He's using toe level 5, so everything is really amped up. All right, let's pop back. And Nikolas sent me this. So let's see what he's got here. He said he had Berserk and Last Stand. So double Berserk and Last Stand on pretty much everything. He has 1 group of Risen Warriors to take out the Lifestone in the back, just to make sure it gets down. And everything else is swarming in on the boss. So if you'd rather not spend any elixirs, you'll notice no elixirs. We'll look at that one more time. He's got Primal Warhorn, rank 5, Phylactery, rank 3, and Spear of Cataclysm, rank 4. So very high on the artifact levels, and I think the unit levels were pretty high as well. Let's take a look at that. It's going to pop here in just a second. Okay, so yeah, he's got lots of things in excess of level. Pretty much everything's over 100, and the boost is taking these level 100-ish Warhounds and bumping them up to 109. So yeah, if you've got the units and the artifacts to back it up, you can do no elixirs. You will have to spend a fair amount of gems on the Power Stone packs in order to get that many Berserk Power Stones. But yeah, I mean, it just melts. The whole thing disappears. This is the way it used to be done back in the day. Then they nerfed the Primal Warhorn and brought in the Accuracy Elixir, and everybody's kind of been depending on that for the most part recently. But yeah, this was how we used to do it. All right, so that's the community submissions. Oh, except for one more. I had to record this one. This is Hikaji. He has a Chaos Swarm. This is SR10, no elixirs, and very minimal power stones. So fairly decent unit levels for SR10. Like, this is pretty stout. But yeah, it gets the job done with no elixirs, so no complaining there. Yeah, most folks that are on SR10 are going to be probably running with units in the level 70 to 80 range. So you can try it. You can see if it'll work. Just depends on if your units can get that push through and can last long enough to get your Devourer up there in front of your Chaos Archers. Okay, because you'll see here he's going to be able to clear through everything on the front line. Plenty of skeletons are going to be popping up because he's got the Skull of the Necrolord going here. So he has a few seconds of immunity from Primal Warhorn, so you don't need an immunity elixir. Then you've got your Skull of the Necrolord that's going to be popping up skeletons. You can see a few of them kind of popping up through here. And then the Devourer is going to pop up here in a second, and it's going to march ahead of these Chaos Archers. And that's going to buy them plenty of time to get the job done. So here he goes. Now the Devourer can tank for the rest of the battle. And he is down. So yeah, if you don't have the unit levels on this, all of your range stuff is probably going to die before you get that far. So, proceed at your own risk. See how that goes for you. Okay, as for me, I have my third profile. I'm not even going to show my top two because they're higher level than this. So if this one can do it, we'll just show this one. So this is my third profile now on SR15. I'll run through the power stones here in just a minute. But we have the two assassins in the back, and they're placed in such a way that they're in a horizontal fashion. That way you have two that can start on the Stormcaller immediately, and then they bump up to they have at least one assassin attacking the Soul Pylon right from the beginning, and then the other two move to it once the Stormcaller is dead. But those Stormcallers are the biggest threat, then the Soul Pylons are the next biggest threat. We'll show you the power stones here. But you got the entangling roots. They're going to have, I don't know why it's so laggy these days, but for whatever reason, whenever you're switching between units, it just goes so slow. Double supercharge on the entangling roots. Then I had elemental resist, condition resist and ranged resist on the shield bearers. I had leech on the spires, the crystal spires. Double crit on the assassins. Then leech, and then fill in the blank for the arcane archers. And leech and blast. I prefer blast because it's more focused on the crows, making sure that the crows die before they hit anything. Since I have leech on pretty much everything, you don't have to worry too much about the burn, but if you can kill them before they attack something, then that saves you the trouble of the stun. You'll notice I had Berserk on a few of those units, but you don't need Berserk for this because if you're using leech, you're never going to get to the point where the Berserk kicks in, but I just didn't want to overwrite it. I'd rather save it for the next raid just because they're so hard to come by. So had plenty of sustained damage to take down the boss and get the job done, so there's no need to replace the Berserk Power Stone. Okay, there goes all the life stones, and now it's just a matter of grinding him down. The Chaos Archers like to march right up into his face, so you can use two groups of regular archers, that's totally fine, but you get them down in plenty of time that you don't have to worry about all of them dying. And even if you did, you'd still have your other archers to get it done. So regular archers are ideal compared to Chaos Archers, but if you're building up your troop levels, then it just makes sense to have the highest level troops there. And I think Chaos Archers do a lot more damage than the regular archers anyway. So that is SR15. Here's SR14 with one of my newer profiles. You can see the unit levels here. Yeah, all in the 70s and 80s for the most part. And we're able to get SR14 done with rank 3 artifacts without much trouble at all. Used to not need the shield bearers up front, but I think it was the enhanced ranged modifier that had us put those in there. And they just kind of stabilize it a bit anyway, no matter what the modifier is. And I can have plenty of damage to get the boss down, so I figured I'd just leave him there in case we get the enhanced range modifier back, then I don't have to mess with it. So there's SR14, and oh, I think, yeah, Haste 2 on the Soul Pylon, and Leech. And then I like to put Last Stand on it as well. So if you don't have it to level 100, then I think you're only going to have a red and a blue Power Stone available. I'd do Leech and Last Stand. Unless you have it to 100, then Leech, Last Stand, and Haste 2. Okay, here's a No-elixir bomb train for SR11. This, I think Proto shared this with us about a month ago, maybe more. But this will run through the Power Stones. I've got Charge 1 on everything, so if you're using a different run speed Power Stone, if you got Charge 2 or 3, you'll just move them a little bit further back depending on the speed that you've got. The bomb train is viable for higher levels, but if you're going to have it at higher levels, you're going to need these assassins to take out the lifestone that will be down here. I think it kicks in at either 12 or 13. I don't remember for sure. But there it is. Very straightforward. I did it also on SR10 on an even newer profile. So, or wait, is this one we just watched? I think this is the one we just watched. We'll just watch it again. Poof, poof, poof. There it goes. This isn't 100% effective because sometimes a crow will zip over and get your bomb bot before it goes off. And, you know, it's not terrible. You might have to spend an extra key, but I find that I have a surplus of keys recently, especially if you buy the season pass. I don't buy it on these profiles, but on my main, I've got a bunch of them kicking around. Okay, this is Noob Sauce. He's my smallest account. Nothing over level 50. This is SR11. And you'll notice that I'm able to get more than half of his health. So it's going to be a 2-to-1 key to heart ratio, but for nothing over 50, I can take on SR10 and get a very nice chest. So it can be done, guys. Don't be disheartened. Just level up your bomb bots evenly, except for the last one. Leave that at 50. And let the boost do the rest of the job. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, please do like and subscribe. Subscriptions are the best thing that you can do to support the channel. Special thanks to Enifant, Randu, Hikaji, and Nikolas for sharing their builds. Again, you can hop on the TCT Discord. The link will be in the description, and you can contribute as well, or you can see what people have contributed, get a jump start on the raid. And again, subscribing, biggest deal right now. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we can apply to get monetized. Once we're monetized, we can start to put more resources into the community by having a website and doing some other fun stuff like that. So thank you for supporting the channel. We'll have more content for you soon. Bye for now.